This new promo is going to contain Jude Bellingham and Sophia Smith along with tons of other studs to start the season well. But with every new promo team seems to come a market crash. So will Trailblazers crash the market as well? Welcome to Trading to Glory. If you're looking for cheap and safe EAFC 24 coins, look no further than u4gm.com and use my code ELYT, ELYYT, for 5% off at checkout. So what you're telling me, EA, is that I have to submit a full 85 rated team to get two 84 rateds in return. I just don't see how that adds up. This is such a terrible value SBC that I think it's probably an IQ test. EA are trying to see who are the dumbest people in the community. This is why we play the game! Let's go! What are we saying, boys? Modric! What? That is exactly how we start episode 16 off with a bang. The last 3 episodes pack luck has completely turned around. I also have a few of these 80 plus rare gold players packs just to try them out, but I don't think that we can top that now, guys. If you're excited for the episode today, though, do not forget to drop a like on the video. And by the way, I found out that 75% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Bayern Munich, I didn't see the nation. It's going to be Gwyn. As I mentioned, we're getting Trailblazers on Friday, and this promo is for players who started their respective season very, very well. And of course, Jude Bellingham has probably been the best player in La Liga so far this year, so he's going to be in the Trailblazers promo. And then you've got Sophia Smith, who is also going to be in this promo. Those are the only 2 cards leaked so far, but we probably can predict some of the other cards that are going to get in just based on their form so far. But looking at these prices, I mean, their gold cards alone are quite expensive. So we're looking at cards that are super expensive in this promo so far. We'll see if they sprinkle in some guys that are a little bit more affordable, because if Sophia Smith gets an upgrade, I mean, this card is going to be upwards of 500,000 coins, and probably the same for Jude Bellingham because he's over 100,000 coins as well. His inform is barely an upgrade, and that's 300k. But is this going to crash the market? If we look at the market index, we can see that on Friday, both weeks that RTTK was released, RTTK 1, we had a low point, a big dip in price. That went from 102 points on the index down to 90, and that was the low point. Then we can see a huge drop, even bigger drop on the market crash for Team 2, which went from 95 points all the way down to 75, and that takes the average for the day. So all the way up until 6 p.m. UK time, I mean, the market might have been stable, and then it crashed so hard for the rest of that day that it went down by 20 points on average, and we obviously made a lot of profit with that market crash. But now that it's over, is it going to happen again? And I think the easy answer is to an extent. It's not going to be as dramatic as it was last week. We're not going to see it drop by 20 points on Friday. In fact, I think a lot of cards are going to be relatively healthy, and those are going to hold value as long as you're investing in the right cards. But for the gold meta market, probably not. The gold metas that are in packs, that means that they're not going to be in Team of the Week 4 and they're not going to be in Trailblazers, are probably going to take the biggest drop between the days of Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going to have so much supply. You're going to have Weekend League sell-off. So if you want to play Weekend League, what I'd suggest is if you've got players like Rafael Leao, Rashford, Neymar, any of these guys that are meta, very used in the game, is buy them on Saturday and then use them for the game on Saturday and Sunday, play your Weekend League games, and then they should be actually a little bit more expensive by Monday or Tuesday, and that's when you can sell off while also playing your Weekend League games and making profit on the cards. It seems to be the trend this year based on what we saw in the first week, and I think it'll work again this weekend. But the cards that aren't in packs should be a little safer. I know it says Team of the Week 3, but these are Team of the Week 4 predictions here. You've got players like Van de Ven, who's going to be a good card. Valverde is going to be a good card. Coman, normally very rapid in game. Sterling might be a decent one. Hakimi's obviously big. There's a lot of big names in this and a lot of meta golds that are going to be overlapping, of course, with these informs. So I think that there are some cards that might be a little safer if you wanted to invest in them on Saturday, and that is going to be those cards like Gold Hakimi, Gold Valverde, Gold Coman. Those cards are going to be a little bit safer as they're going to be out of packs, but I probably wouldn't buy them until Friday or Saturday anyway. If we take a look at Team of the Week cards from previous weeks, their gold cards actually didn't go up until the end of the weekend anyway, but then they do start rising pretty quick, and you can make a decent amount of profit. If you take a look at Jude Bellingham, his gold card actually didn't really start rising until a little bit after he went into packs. As you guys can see, he went out of packs right there. He was already on a upward trajectory post-market crash of the week before. But as you can see, it's not like he rose a ton over the first couple of days while he was out of packs. He wasn't in packs for any of these days, and he kind of just flatlined there. And then he started going up. So investing on Friday or Saturday is going to be the move, because you don't want to invest right here, and then have to wait several days for him to really start rising, all right? That 5,000 coins is not worth putting your coins into it on Wednesday. So stay away from that. But Team of the Week 3 cards obviously have been great investments for us. If you invested in Ollie Watkins, that was the hidden gem. That was the card that really flew. His card went up about 20,000 coins already. And then Grimaldo was our other big investment on the Trading to Glory account. He has gone up 7,000 coins. Pretty solid for both of those. And I want to be clear that you guys are like, oh, why did I invest in Grimaldo? I should have invested in Ollie Watkins. I want to be clear that Ollie Watkins is the outlier here. His card also got the compliment link to Diego Carlos, so that definitely helped. Grimaldo rose a normal amount. Ollie Watkins rose a very weird amount. And so those cards are still great investments. So if you went in on Grimaldo, you did very well for yourself. He's up 7,000 coins. Martinez actually went up a decent bit, and Odegaard went up a decent bit. Odegaard went up more than I thought he would. Kvaratskhelia not making a ton of profit, and Bellingham, of course, with the Trailblazers leak now, not helping his price out. But the question is now, do we keep these Team of the Week cards, or do we sell them? Here's the couple things that you guys need to know. One, these Team of the Week cards will go higher in price. They'll steadily rise as they exit packs on Wednesday. And honestly, you could hold for another week or two and they'd probably still be going up a little bit. But there are other cards that are going to rise more in these next 2 weeks, and we're looking at opportunity cost. We want to make the investments that are going to rise the highest percentage over that time. So what I'm going to do is probably sell my investments for Ollie Watkins and Grimaldo, and I'm going to reinvest them into Road to the Knockouts. Now, this is Team 1, and we're already seeing prices rise. Osimhen is up like 100K from his lowest point, and you've got Kalulu who's up a decent amount, and then Haaland kind of sitting there. Bruno Fernandes not up a ton. Saka's going up a decent bit as he was about 670. Now he's 770,000 coins. All of these cards are rising now out of packs. I think DePaul is going to hit 300K in the next 2 weeks, so he's a good investment. But you are getting in a little bit late on these cards. Sildilia, 15,000 or less, I think still goes up a decent amount. And then Bonucci, you could invest just for fodder. But just understand, if you're investing in Bonucci, you are investing in fodder. Union Berlin are not favorites to win 2 matches or get out of their group, which means that that card is probably going to stay an 88 rated card. On the other hand, 88s are rising in price. So you can kind of compare and decide if you want to invest in that based on fodder. And if he does go up to 89 rated, then he will go up a few thousand coins just because 89 rated fodder is at least 22,000 coins. But I would focus more so on Team 2. These cards are still in packs, which means that they're still really good prices. And even though a couple of them are up a little bit, like Lewandowski and João Pedro, those have risen the most. And thankfully, yesterday in the Trading to Glory, we sold our Jude Bellingham to buy Lewandowski, and he's up about 40,000 coins. So we love to see that. João Pedro's up a decent amount, but a couple of cards in here, guys, are absolutely spectacular investments. My first card that I like to go with is Aouar. Now, the reason I like Aouar is, one, 15,000 coins for this card is already looking decent, but he's already also won his first game. If we scroll down and find Aouar on our list, he has won his first game with Roma in the Europa League, and they play Slavia Praha in their next match, and they are favorites to win that as they also play at home, which means that he's probably going to get an upgrade on his card here very shortly to 87, and he's already got some pretty insane stats. Now, the downside to this card is definitely that 3-star weak foot, but given the fact that he has that technical flair and Travella, he's also got 80 pace, 79 shooting, 90 dribbling, all stats 76 and above, very close to Hullet Club, and if he gets both upgrades, he might be pushing that line of getting into Hullet Club, and for 15,000 coins, you're looking at a good deal. It could be the hidden gem of Team 2 of RTTK. Then for your medium budget, I like Modric still.
Of course, we packed him earlier untradeable, but less than 270K is not bad because his lowest point is 255. And so he hasn't risen a ton yet. You're looking at a card that's super well balanced. It's got playstyles plus Travella, which is actually kind of getting into the meta a little bit more over the last couple of days. And I think that, you know, the pro players have been a little bit more favorable towards Modric. Talked to John Sims. He said he liked Modric the best out of all the investments in Road to the Knockout Team 2. And so I think that Modric is great for medium budget players. Now, Dembele is a card that is for high budget guys, and I think that it is a good investment. I don't think it's the best investment because PSG did lose to Newcastle in their first match. They are in the group of death, and nothing's guaranteed, right? And so at the very least, he would need to win the next 2 matches to get that upgrade within the next month, and it's honestly not guaranteed. And so with that being said, you could invest for the hype of his first game, but since he hasn't won the game against Newcastle, then he's not going to rise as much in price as people understand he can't get upgraded until 2 more games are played, even if they do win both matches. So I would stay away from Dembele, and if you're high budget, go for Lewandowski. You can see that Barcelona did beat Porto, and they play Shakhtar next, and so they're going to be heavy favorites to beat Shakhtar at home. And so I think that, you know, Lewandowski is probably the way to go. I'd buy 2 Lewandowskis before I buy 1 Ousmane Dembele. So those are my studs out of team number 2 as RTTK investments that you should make over the next 48 hours at the very latest. I wouldn't wait past Friday, that's for sure. A few of you guys were confused on if that first game counted towards RTTK 2 cards because they weren't in packs yet. The answer is yes, they do count. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you made it to the end, comment the name of the player that pops up in this pack. You're gonna be commenting the name of Nzola down in the comments down below if you made it to the very end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check me out on Twitter for live trading updates. Link is down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.